Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing of the new Hot Toys Wonder Woman 6 scale figure. This actually comes to us from the Batman v Superman movie, Dawn of Justice. It's product code MMS359. She has just arrived, and before we do a review of her, something a little bit more in depth, this is just going to be my early unboxing and first impressions of the 6 scale figure. I want to try to do this with a couple of different 6 scale figures, especially the ones I'm really excited for. Just to kind of give you my early impressions before I've spent a lot of time and looked at the figure and, kind of played around with the figure and get given a more in-depth review of her later. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this opened up. We've got the Wonder Woman featured on the front here with several different images of Gal Gadot, and down below there's her among debris and all that goodness. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, the only figure, well actually that's not true. I was going to say I did get the Superman. I didn't get a chance to get the Batman or the Armored Batman, but I did, however, get the Suicide Squad Batman, which is about similar. I have heard, though, he's a little bit darker in color. So I'm going to go ahead and remove just the top box here. It's just like a shoe-style box. And put that to the side. Then the inside, we've got an image of what the... Now, this is not Gal Gadot, the actress. This is how... the figure itself. That's a picture of the figure. Cast and crew responsible for making this figure come to life, so to speak. And then we can go ahead and remove that as well. I'm just going to lay this down for a second, and I'm going to take the box and the flap. I'm just going to move it to the side. There we go. I'm going to take out the insert. Like that. Nothing, it seems, on the other side. There's the back of it. There's the back of the box. Okay. And let's go ahead and get this all opened up. Now, this is one figure I've been really excited to get. I have heard some stories about being cautious with the plastic because they used like a combination of plastic and rubber to give us the more realistic skin that she has in this figure. So I am going to tread lightly and be very careful with this figure because, of course, I don't want anything happening to it, especially if I just got the figure. Okay, she's got some plastic on her arms. We can go ahead and take those off. Take that off as well. And I generally like to check out reviews of these things myself just to kind of see what other people's opinions are of these. So, with the case of Wonder Woman here, I already have some idea of what to expect. It's one thing I usually do with the doll hair that they use for the Hot Toys. I usually just kind of try to fluff it up a little bit so doesn't look so flat. One of the concerns, of course, above and beyond the fact that they are using a different material for her skin. All the joints are concealed, so they're all inside this rubber skin. I wish, personally, that they would have not gone this route and instead just given us a fully visible joint. Now, granted, so much of her flesh is visible here. A little bit harder versus a figure that, of course, would be costumed. You could easily hide the joints a little bit better. But I think they still could have pulled off having shoulder articulation and the elbow articulation still visible instead of going the route of this rubber overlaid skin. The skin, I have to admit, does look quite realistic, as well as I think the face is really good. I have seen where people have said, like, certain angles it doesn't quite look like Gal Gadot. From the front, I think yes. Maybe as you get progressively to the... even from the side, actually, it's pretty good, too. Slight angle, maybe she looks a little off, but yeah, pretty good. Pretty good head sculpt. She's got her tiara, long flowing hair. Some people have put product in the hair to kind of give it a little bit more life and try to put the ringlets, because she's kind of got more ringlets in the movie. I don't want to fuss and muss with this too much. Yeah, hair looks good. There's some Hot Toys, like I would prefer if they went with sculpted hair rather than real hair. Like, for example, the Ripley, which we will be looking at in a future review as well. Ripley's got sculpted hair rather than real hair. That figure, I think, needed sculpted hair. Couldn't have gone the route of real hair. It would have looked off. Here, I don't know. I think here the that real hair was a smarter route to go. Just kind of gives it a little bit more life to the figure. Oh, she's got a little bit of plastic here as well. There we go. I've heard about the skirt being very, very thin, a very thin material. Kind of feels actually like paper. I don't know if I like that. It does feel like it's pretty thin paper. Kind of like craft paper, like that brown craft paper if you ever use it for shipping. It feels like that, which is probably not the best material that they could have used for it. Of course, you got your boots. Boots look good. There's one of the joints visible. I have heard not to pose this figure in any crazy ways, because it can develop some wrinkles in the skin. So I'm going to be very mindful of that, I think. It's a hard figure because really, it's kind of like Thor when we got, what was it? I think Thor, Dark World Thor, and then we got the Avengers Thor right afterwards. As much as, you know, people were jumping to get this Wonder Woman, there's like a Wonder Woman right around the corner with a Justice League release as well. So you could have easily probably just held off. I don't know how much different this Wonder Woman is going to be from like the Justice League version. I could probably see myself getting the Justice League version as well. I am a sucker, I think. Hot Toys wise, I think I'm more of a sucker when it comes to DC characters than I am with the Marvel stuff. Skin doesn't really bother me too much. I just hope that bending any of the arms, I'm not going to have any problems with it. Initial thoughts though, the head sculpt and the body, I like. I do think it's good. Okay, so we'll just kind of lay her down. Oh, I don't want to give her flat head. Then she of course gets her instruction manual. She also includes, let me just move this out of the way. Comes with her display stand, which is the same as what we got with the Batman and the Superman, although it does look a little on the lighter side. I'll have to kind of cross-reference this with the Superman that I got. This does lift up. Kind of does lock somewhat into place, and you got your hole in the back. Oh, there we go. We'll bring that back, and then that locks into place. There we go. Front placard looks good. This does seem a little on the light side. Should have probably been a little bit darker. It comes across a little too gray for my liking. And then your post at the back for the adjustable neck. Let's bring the camera down. And then we got a multitude of different accessories. We'll just kind of move this plastic out of the way. There's the adjustable neck for the display stand and the waist clip. Then you've got your sword. Sword looks pretty good. I would really give for metal swords, but of course that would increase the value of the figure. Hilt looks good. Again, nice little etchings there on the blade. Then you've got your lasso of truth, which looks like, just seeing if it actually has, just put that down for a second, see if it actually has a wire inside. Maybe it is slightly wired, so you can bend it a little bit. Looks like it's made up of like little intricate wrappings of wire. That's not bad. Got a couple of the bracelets. These are the lit up ones to indicate, of course, her powers. Okay, you get two of those. Should put it the right way. Got a series of interchangeable hands. Looks like we got 7 hands. Got the bracelet, or the shoulder bracelet, that's going to go slide up to the bicep area of her. And then we've got some interchangeable extra pegs. That seems like that's about it. There's not really a whole lot of different accessories, other than like the main ones being the lasso and the sword. Oh, I would have loved if this was metal. Anyways, though, and of course the instruction sheet telling me not to bend it here, not to move it there, careful, be careful, don't bend the figure, don't worry, I won't. First impressions as it goes, I do think the figure turned out quite good, actually. In fact, I would say that the face sculpt looks better in person than it did online when I first saw it. Online, it seemed questionable. And in fact, even like that image that's on that little insert when you take the lid off, that insert even doesn't, I think, represent the figure quite that good at all either. It's only until you get it in hand that I actually think that the head sculpt is quite good. I would be interested to see how the Justice League version of this one is going to vary. I don't know if I would say I would change really anything to the face. The flesh, that might be a different story altogether. Again, I'm going to be very, very careful with that. But overall, first impressions, very, very much like this figure. Can't wait to put her on display along with Superman. And eventually, well, I guess I could put it next to Batman too, because I've got the Suicide Squad Batman, but I'll put it next to her. The three of them together, and finally the Trinity is together, so that's going to be pretty cool. So yes, first impressions. I mean, this isn't like the main review. This is just like my early unboxing of Wonder Woman and then what I thought of her. I have to admit, I like the figure. The skin, the rubbery skin, I don't know about that. But overall, I'm pretty happy initially with getting her out of packaging, and I am certainly looking forward to getting her reviewed. So, as it goes for you guys, certainly expect a review of her to follow probably in the next couple of days. I'm trying to get this one reviewed and put up right away. And there you go. If you guys like these little unboxing videos, kind of these precursor videos before we have a look at the review, let me know down below in the comments section. Also, if you got a chance to pick up Wonder Woman for yourself, let me know down below in the comments section what you think of the figure. I would love to hear what you guys think of the figure, face sculpt, you know, the flesh and all that kind of stuff. Do you think this figure delivered everything it should have, or do you feel it falls short ever so slightly, maybe in some little elements here and there? But let me know down below, guys. In the meantime, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe to this channel, make sure you hit that little subscribe button down below. More videos will be coming your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And wouldn't you know it, of course, the one thing I forget to mention, it has come with a couple of other accessories as well, one of which being the harness. That's going to go over top of her torso. And then the other thing that she comes with as well is the shield. The shield was actually part of the top layer that I took off. So just in case anybody was wondering, yes, she does come with her shield. She also comes with the harness, or the, I guess, the strap that goes over front of her torso area here. All of which I will mention and talk about when the initial review comes. So stay tuned for that, guys. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.